You've been lied to about confidence. They told you it's about smiling, about loving yourself, about just believing you're enough. But the truth is darker. Confidence doesn't come from pretending to be fearless. It comes from understanding power and using it. Let's talk about dark confidence. Not the fake, polished Instagram kind, but the kind of confidence that Machiavelli himself would have respected. The kind built on self-control, emotional precision, and ruthless clarity. Because real confidence isn't light, it's shadow. It's the calm knowing that you can handle anything. It's being unshakable, not because the world is kind, but because you've learned it isn't. Part 1. The illusion of confidence. Most people think confidence is about how you look or how loud you are. They think it's about having the right words, the right body, the right followers. That's the lie of the weak, the lie of a world that worships appearances. But Machiavelli saw through appearances. He understood human nature, that people respect strength, not purity. They obey certainty, not goodness, and they follow those who act like they already deserve power. So here's the truth. You don't need to find confidence. You manufacture it. You build it piece by piece, like a weapon, forged from your pain, your failures, your victories. Dark confidence is engineered, not inherited. Confidence isn't a mood, it's a strategy, and strategies can be learned. Part 2. Know human nature. Machiavelli's greatest insight was simple. Humans are not angels. They are driven by desire, fear, envy, and pride. And if you don't understand those forces, they will control you. Dark confidence begins with awareness. You stop expecting people to be fair. You stop expecting life to reward you for being good. You see things as they are, not as you wish them to be. That shift from fantasy to realism is the birth of power. You stop being shocked by betrayal, rejection, failure. You stop bleeding energy on what should happen. You deal with what is. You realize that most people are acting. They wear masks to survive. So you learn to wear one too, not to deceive, but to protect your core. Your emotions are no longer public property. Your weakness becomes private. Your strength becomes silent. That's dark confidence, composure under chaos. Part 3. Power through control. Weak men seek to control others. Powerful men control themselves. Dark confidence is the art of inner control. You master your impulses. You slow your reactions. You stop giving people free access to your emotional state. When you walk into a room, your calmness becomes authority. Because people feel it, the lack of need, the lack of desperation. It's magnetic. Machiavelli said, "It is better to be feared than loved if you cannot be both." But fear isn't about intimidation, it's about respect. People respect what they can't manipulate. They respect restraint, discipline, decisiveness. And when you stop reacting emotionally, you become unpredictable. That unpredictability creates psychological leverage because power always flows to those who can wait, those who can stay silent while others panic. Dark confidence means your silence speaks louder than their noise. Part 4. Detachment. The shield of the strong one. Of the hardest truths of Machiavellian confidence is detachment. To move freely, you must be willing to lose. If you cling to outcomes, love, approval, status, you become controlled by them. The moment you need something, you surrender leverage. Detachment doesn't mean apathy. It means you care deeply, but never depend completely. It's loving without begging. It's working without obsession. It's playing the game, but knowing it's a game. When you master detachment, you stop chasing validation. You start commanding it, because people can feel when you don't need them. And that's power. Dark confidence is freedom from dependence. Part 5. The Game of Masks. The world rewards appearances. Machiavelli knew that to survive among wolves, you must wear the skin of a lion. You show the world what it needs to see, not all that you are. You don't show all your cards. You don't explain your every move. You learn to smile with purpose, to speak with precision, to conceal more than you reveal. The fool shouts his truth. The strategist whispers his intentions. Dark confidence is elegance under disguise. It's not faking. It's selective revelation. It's understanding that power and vulnerability cannot live in the same sentence. So you learn when to speak, when to stay silent, when to act. You move through life like a chess player, not a pawn. Every word is intentional. Every silence is calculated. And slowly, people stop testing you. They start respecting you because you've become unreadable. Part 6. And therefore, ruthless self-respect. If you want dark confidence, you must stop negotiating with your own weakness. You stop tolerating laziness, excuses, half-hearted effort. You hold yourself to the standard of power, not comfort, because you can't command respect externally until you enforce it internally. Machiavelli wrote that a man who wishes to be obeyed must know how to command. That begins with commanding yourself. You wake up with discipline. You move with intent. You protect your focus like a king guards his throne. You don't waste your energy trying to please everyone. You choose your battles strategically. And when you fail, you don't fall apart. You analyze. You adjust. You move again. Because dark confidence isn't arrogance. It's resilience. It's the ability to stand alone when others collapse. Part 7. Fear as fuel. Here's the paradox. The fearless man is a myth. Even Machiavelli knew fear is natural. But instead of running from it, you use it. Fear becomes information. It tells you where your growth is. You don't shrink from it. You move through it slowly, deliberately, with eyes open. The difference between cowards and conquerors isn't emotion. It's reaction. Both feel fear, but only one acts anyway. When you walk toward what scares you, you train your nervous system to obey you. That's dark confidence, not the absence of fear, but domination over it. Part 8. The Power of Silence. In a world addicted to noise, silence is dominance. When you speak less, your words gain weight. When you stop chasing approval, your presence gains power. You don't argue with fools. You don't explain to doubters. You let your results be your revenge. Machiavelli understood that visibility can be dangerous. The more they know, the easier it is to control you. So stay mysterious. Let your actions whisper louder than your voice. Let your success make the noise. That's how kings move. That's how legends are built. Part 9. The Art of Strategy. Dark confidence is not luck. It's strategy. You think long-term. You move with intention, not emotion. Machiavelli taught that every powerful man sees the world as a chessboard. He anticipates moves. He prepares for betrayal. He understands timing, when to strike, when to retreat, when to appear weak. Strategy gives you peace, because you're no longer reacting, you're directing. Every setback becomes part of a larger plan. Every loss becomes tuition in the school of power. You become calm because you see the pattern. That calmness, that unshakable energy, is confidence. Part 10. The Path Forward. Dark confidence is not about domination. It's about control. Control of your mind, your emotions, your reactions. Control of how much power the world has over you. It's not about being cold. It's about being unbreakable. It's not about hating others. It's about never surrendering your self-respect. You can be kind, but never weak. You can be humble, but never submissive. You can be patient, but never passive. The Machiavellian man understands balance. He smiles but calculates. He loves but never depends. He gives but never empties himself. He moves through life like a storm in silence, calm on the surface, relentless underneath. Final words. Dark confidence isn't for everyone. Most people will never have it because it demands self-awareness, discipline, and emotional control. But if you choose to build it, you'll walk through life differently. You'll stop seeking approval and start commanding presence. You'll stop doubting and start directing. You'll stop living like a victim and start thinking like a strategist. You'll become the calm in chaos, the quiet in the storm, the mind that bends but never breaks. That's dark confidence. That's the Machiavellian way.